Just watching the cricket at the Gabba with injured Australian and Queensland fast bowler Ryan Harris. Rhino, firstly, how's the shoulder, mate?
Going really well, mate. To be honest, I'm back bowling with some pace. Not 100% pain-free, but to be honest, it's never going to be being a bowler. But no, look, it's great to be back bowling, playing club cricket, and getting closer and closer to hopefully a Sheffield Shield game on the 8th of February when the season starts up again.
We'd all love to see you out there bowling at the Gabba. What are you doing at the Gabba today?
I'm actually here working for the ABC, something a little bit different. Stepping on the other side of the rope with the media, but it's always something different, I guess, and who knows what I'm going to do after cricket yet, so there might be something there, but who knows. But no, it's good, looking on a different point of view.
Some players don't like watching cricket. Are you a good cricket watcher?
Definitely not, especially with the amount of injured, times I've been injured. So I haven't, to be honest, watched a lot this summer. Bits and pieces where, at crunch times, I guess, in games where I've switched it on. But, not a great watcher always, especially when, potentially I could have been playing it. That's probably the worst part. But I'll always support the boys, obviously, but, probably not the best watcher.
There's a time where you were watching over in Trinidad last year when you got rested. How were you feeling at the time, and how do you feel now looking back when you were so-called rested or rotated?
Yeah, the rest rotation word isn't very popular at the moment, is it? But, look, bottom line is that, I'm still 50-50 on it, and the part of me that doesn't like it is because potentially you're saying that, well, not saying, but you're missing cricket when you're potentially fit. So that part I don't like. But on the flip side of that, it's got to happen. Example you allude to in Trinidad, we'd obviously come off the first test against West Indies and I'd bowled a lot and for once batted a lot and got a few runs, which was great, but it was very hot. I had a stomach bug during the test, so I think we had 4 days or 5 days in between where I just couldn't recover. Mickey came to me probably 2 days out or a day out and said, we're probably going to rest you. I said no, I don't want to be rested because I've had a lot of rest, obviously through injury. And he came back, I think, a couple of hours later and said, mate, no, we're going to rest you. I wasn't happy, but came the day of the game, I was still tired, and I could have bowled. I would have got up, absolutely. Playing a test match, I would have got up, but it would have been the 3rd and 4th, 5th day where I really would have struggled. So, look, there's a lot of conjecture about it, but with the amount of cricket, with the 3 forms that we've got now, and most of the guys play all 3 forms, it's impossible. You can't, as a bowler, get through all the cricket that's been played. So, it has to happen. So there's got to be a time where a guy sits back and says, right, I've got to have a day or 2 off or 5 off, or whatever it is.
Your coach came to you and gave you the word, the tap on the shoulder, if you like. What do you think about it's been taken out of the individual's hands? It always used to be up to the player. What do you think about the individual taking out of the hands of the player?
It's probably got to be taken out of the hands of the player, because as I alluded to then, I would have played and would have been good for maybe 15 overs, 10 overs. You're never going to say no to a test match, put it that way, or a 1 day or a 2020. You're never going to say no, especially when it's for your country or for your state. So with it not being the player's decision, it's got to be taken out of their hands completely, so that Mickey Arthur can come to you or Michael Clark can come to you and say, right, we're sitting out, we're resting you this game. Simple as that, really. Long term, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to help the player, hopefully. It hasn't. Probably results haven't been as great as what it should have been with Hilton House being rested and missing. Starks obviously rested and hurt his side, but end of the day, bowling's bloody hard, and they're going to have niggles the whole time. You never bowl 100% fit. You always got something wrong with you.
What do you say to the people who haven't quite grasped the concept of player management or injury management, if you like, player management? What would you say to those individuals who haven't quite got what the Australian cricket team's trying to get across?
Give it a go. The thing with it, the reason why people don't like it, press, media, is because we've never had anything like it before. We've never been in a situation where we've had so much cricket for one, and we've had, I guess, a group of guys that can come in and whoever they pick is good enough to play for Australia. We've got a great core of fast bowlers, but that's the thing, it's different. We've never seen anything like it before, and pure and simple, as I just said before, it has to happen. Guys cannot go through 10, 15 games of cricket without being injured, and with our history, with our injury history over the last few months or year or so or 2 years, it shows that there's got to be time off. And I'm hoping, and I'm not sure what Cricket Australia, I haven't spoken to Cricket Australia, but I'm hoping that when the Ashes come, or India, and then the Ashes come, we win that Ashes series or win the little earn back, because there's whether it's the Cummings or the Siddles or all these guys, Starks, hopefully myself maybe, but we've got our best attack that Michael and the selectors can pick, because we've given them time off whenever it's been, and they're 100% or close to 100% fit. They're out there bowling and getting the Ashes back. That's when people hopefully will understand. Even if we don't win it back, as long as they're out there playing, we've got our best attack out there at the time. That's when people understand, I think.
Speaking of the upcoming series, we've got India and then back-to-back Ashes series, both over there and then back home. When are we going to see you back on the park? And obviously, you'd like to be part of it.
Yeah, I'm dying to get back and be a part of this Australian setup again. But honestly, I haven't. Well, obviously, the back of my mind's playing for Australia again, but I haven't really put a lot of emphasis on it, to be honest. I'm at the moment, I'm concentrating on club cricket, trying to take those baby steps to get back to bowling, getting my pace back to where it was before I got injured. And probably the most important thing is getting the direction and consistency back. But at the moment, in the net sessions I've had, she's a long way away. So, look, I've got to get that back, the bowling fitness. So, end of the day, my goal at the moment is to get back playing for Queensland. And from then on, I guess the rest will take care of itself. If I'm bowling well enough, the selectors will pick me. If I'm not, then I'm not the man for the job at that time. So, look, let's work on Queensland first, and then I'd love to be part of those Ashes. I was a part of the last one when they took it off us. I'd love to be a part of one before I retire. Hopefully in a couple of years that gets it back.
Mate, we look forward to seeing you back out there. Good luck with the recovery.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers.